Alright, what stories we got?
I don't know.
Come on. We
That's
got
Rosie.
so many.
That's
Rosie, you remember any stories?
I don't know. I just don't know. Rosie's the king, queen.
Okay. When I got my bus license,
Alright.
when I got a CDL, that time, you know, when I did that.
Where's
That time I got a CDL.
whatever that is.
The place I was working required some of us to get a CDL.
You need to drive more carefully whenever there's a dog in here.
I guess. Put your seatbelt on, Rosie. Speaking of seatbelts.
Now put your seatbelt on. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, okay, I'll go get a CDL. I don't care. I can study a test. So I studied the book with the answers.
Rosie, you need to get out the seatbelt.
She wants to be safe.
There's a seatbelt for dogs.
Click it or tick it.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. So,
I'll have no shoes on.
oh, good. I went to take the CDL test, and I studied the book and studied the book and studied the book.
You did
and,
good.
And I failed it.
How?
I got some of the answers wrong. So I'm like, oh, well, whatever. I'll go take it again. So I studied some more, and it did have some kind of obscure stuff, like how many 100 feet do you have to stop in front of a railroad track?
What?
Exactly. And some other kind of obscure stuff like that. And I was like, well, whatever. I can memorize this for 10 minutes. So I went and took it again, and I failed it again. So it was a computer test, right? And it only had, I don't know, 20 questions. So if you missed like 3, maybe, it kicked you out because you couldn't pass it. Well, you could also skip questions. You know, if you weren't sure of the answer, you could skip. So, you know, theoretically, you should answer as many as you could that you knew were right, or you thought you knew were right. And then if you weren't sure, you'd skip. Well, you only had like 3 skips or 5 skips. I don't know. It was like 20 years ago. So,
How old were you?
I don't know.
20.
I don't know. A long time ago. Whatever I was in like 2006, 7. I don't know. So
6 or 7.
6, 7. So I'm taking the quiz, and I'm kind of ticked by this point. Like, okay, come on.
That they're old.
And the question that I got kicked out on was, how many migrant farm workers? No. If you are transporting migrant farm workers,
What's that?
Exactly. How many folding chairs can you put in the aisle?
What?
Exactly. And I put 0, and it kicked me out.
You can't even put any chairs in there.
Well, apparently you can. In 2006 or 7, I don't know.
6 or 7.
I don't think you could then either. So I'm like, okay, enough. This is stupid. There's nothing in this booklet about migrant farm workers. So I go to the transportation director, and I'm like, what the heck?
Rosie's mad.
She should be. I'm like, what the heck? I'm trying to do y'all a favor and get this CDL. I made a 31 on the ACT. Why can I not pass this test? And he kind of was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. You know, was just kind of playing it off because I guess he thought I was just a stupid girl. And I'm like, seriously, I'm studying this. I want to get it done. Why am I not passing it? And he's like, well, anyway, I took it like a 4th or 5th time. And finally passed it. And eventually his answer was, well, anybody can just memorize the answers. They try to give you...
Rosie's so bored.
They try to give you questions that you have to think, you know, because...
you had to think about that question.
Yeah, all them folding chairs. I guess it was not 0.
20. Rosie, you're stuck.
I think that they just put dummy questions on there that don't really have an answer, that just kicks you out, and you've just got to get lucky. You've got to be committed enough to take it like 4 or 5 times, or you're not going to pass it. That's what I think. But anyway, so I finally passed the stupid thing, and went and did the driving test, you know, and passed that the first time, because I could do that part. Like, you have to like back between some cones, and then you have to do an alley dock.
What's an alley dock?
Well, you know what an alley is between buildings? Like,
yeah.
You have to back into it from a right angle.
Why?
I don't know.
Did anybody do that?
Yeah, you have to do all of it. You have to do all kinds of stuff.
Would actually somebody do that in a normal...
Mm-hmm. Like if you were delivering products to a place.
Why would you deliver products in a bus?
Well, it's not for a bus. It's for a CDL. It's for a commercial driver's license. So you have to get that level, and then on top of that, get a passenger endorsement.
Don't fall.
And then on top of that, get a school bus endorsement. So it's like levels. So the very basic level is like I could drive like a ratty Class B truck. I can't drive an 18-wheeler because that's a Class A, but I can drive a Class B.
Let's stay in here and talk.
No, I'm done. We need to get these groceries out and put them up.
I don't have no shoes
well,
on.
you know whose fault that is.
It was Rosie.
Rosie never has shoes on. Do you, Rosie?